It's a very dark song.
Reflection on where they were at that particular point.
John Paul Jones coming into his own.
Led Zeppelin was the area in the middle, in between us all.
Jesus,
Led Zeppelin we were.
In the shadowy universe of Led Zeppelin's, there is a figure who rarely stood at the front of the stage. Yet, quietly shaped the atmosphere that made the song immortal. Not the swaggering golden god presence of Robert Plant. Not the thunderous violence of John Bonham. Not even the occult fury of Jimmy Page. This was the domain of John Paul Jones, the architect in the shadows. Released in 1973 on the album Houses of the Holy.
Houses is a much more personal album. There seems to be an element of reflection on where they were at that particular point.
Every album had a feel about it, which again is not something you get nowadays. There was the whole thing with Houses of the Holy, the cover with the naked girls, crawling up the, the hill, the mountaintop. What was at the top, the air of mystery, that came through in some of the music, particularly with No Quarter. I think that summarised that whole feel of the album slate.
No Quarter did not sound like rock music from its era.
No Quarter, and you think, Jesus, Zeppelin are bang back on form again.
It sounded ancient, frozen, haunted, a descent into fog and ice.
No Quarter is a very dark song. It's a very ominous song, although the ominous aspect never really comes out. It's always very underplayed and very much under the surface, but it bubbles away.
And at the center of that atmosphere was Jones.
It was John Paul Jones coming into his own within the band.
The song begins not with a guitar riff, but with a landscape.
It's the way that that John Paul Jones comes in as the arranger, and with he's playing the organ on it. It just allows it to build.
A cold electronic mist drifting through the speakers. Jones' electric piano, processed through an EMS synthesizer, creates a sound that feels submerged beneath dark water.
He has a point where, it's 1973 and he's using a bass synth and synthesized sounds on the keyboard. The vocal is affected.
It is neither jazz, nor classical, nor hard rock. It is cinematic dread. In many Led Zeppelin songs, Jones was the secret glue, the musician who connected the chaos together. But on No Quarter, he became the storyteller itself. His keyboard voicings are sparse and ghostly. Every chord hangs in the air like breath in winter. He avoids flashy playing. Instead, he uses silence and tension as instruments. The spaces between the notes become just as important as the notes themselves. And then there is the groove. While Bonham's drums crash like distant thunder, Jones locks into an eerie, hypnotic bass line that moves like a slow march through frozen terrain. It does not rush, it stalks. Together, Jones and Bonham create one of the most atmospheric rhythm sections in rock history. A rhythm section that feels less like a band playing music and more like an approaching storm. Even No Quarter itself bends around Jones's vision. Page's guitar does not dominate the arrangement. Instead, it drifts in and out like fragments of light cutting through darkness.
Page treated his guitar in such a way that it sounded very weird, and it emphasised the sort of lyrics of the song. They choose the path where no one goes, the endless journey, the quest to get home. All that atmosphere, you know, made it a very outstandingly different track to what they'd done.
Plant's vocals sound as though they are echoing from inside a cave. Everything serves the mood Jones created, and perhaps that is what made John Paul Jones so extraordinary.
Vocal is affected, you know, I mean, he basically composed the track in a very synthesized sort of way, and, you know, prior to them recording, he'd done it sometime before, and then they came into the song. Obviously the lyrics reflect the atmosphere, the mood as well of that.
The winds of Thor are blowing cold.
He understood that power in music was not always about volume or speed.
They wearing steel despite a dream.
Sometimes, power came from restraint, from atmosphere, from making listeners feel like they had crossed into another world.
The dogs of doom are howling more.
Live performances of No Quarter became even more revealing. During the mid-1970s, Jones expanded the song into long improvisational journeys. Blending jazz phrasing, classical textures, and experimental electronics. Night after night, he transformed the piece into something unpredictable. Part rock concert, part hallucination. For all the mythology surrounding Led Zeppelin, No Quarter remains one of the clearest examples of the band's hidden chemistry.
Led Zeppelin we were.
It proved that Led Zeppelin was not merely built on riffs and excess.
Zeppelin always had completely different influences. We all listened to different things. And I always said that Led Zeppelin was the area in the middle, in between us all.
Beneath the fire and fury was a musician with the mind of a composer and the instincts of a film director.
People could really hear I mean, he's obviously been a highly influential musician in Led Zeppelin.
John Paul Jones did not simply play on no quarter. He summoned it.
He was the guy that arranged the vast majority of the material, and no quarter really was his little epic.